Welcome in. And today I'll describe how support isn't pandered to, like how these DPS players, dive players, and big content creators want you to think it is. Now, for every statistic in this video, I will list where I got them in the description down below so you can watch the videos very simply. I won't list you an entire spreadsheet, I will list you the videos which are put in very good form by certain YouTubers. Very quick videos, by the way, for them. I will also link the Twitter post which shows all of the outfits for each role and specific characters. Now, getting that all out of the way, let me describe what I'm going to be saying in this video. Other than defending supports and saying how they're actually probably the least supported by the devs out of any other role, I will be showing the stats of individual character buffs and nerfs, total buffs and nerfs for the role, and then averaging out the buffs to nerfs. So let's say there's a 1.5 buff per nerf per a certain character in a role, if that makes sense to you. That means if there's 200 buffs and 100 nerfs for one role, let's say DPS, and then 50 buffs, 20 nerfs for support, of course there's going to be more nerfs and buffs for DPS because there's way more characters. So doing the average of buffs to nerfs down to this many buffs per one nerf is a much more even standpoint and a much less biased one. So let me get straight off to support. For support, Adam, 12 buffs, 1 nerf. Cloak and Dagger, 12 buffs, 7 nerfs. Gambit, 0 buffs, 6 nerfs. Invis, 9 buffs, 9 nerfs. Jeff, 10 buffs, 6 nerfs. Loki, 5 buffs, 9 nerfs. Luna, 6 buffs, 4 nerfs. Mantis, 6 buffs, 7 nerfs. Rocket, 9 buffs, 8 nerfs. Ultron, 4 buffs, 8 nerfs. Heal Pool, 0 buffs, 0 nerfs, for a total of 73 buffs and 65 nerfs for supports. And that averages out to about 1.12 buffs per one support. So it's not really, they're getting a whole lot, and you'll see with other roles how they compare. Which, talking about that, let's get straight into DPS. Black Panther, 4 buffs, 5 nerfs. Widow, 6 buffs, 1 nerf. Blade, 13 buffs, 4 nerfs. Daredevil, 0 buffs, 4 nerfs. Damage Pool, 2 buffs, 0 nerfs. Elsa, 0 buffs, 3 nerfs. Hawkeye, 16 buffs, 10 nerfs. Hela, 6 buffs, 6 nerfs. Human Torch, 11 buffs, 16 nerfs. Iron Fist, 15 buffs, 13 nerfs. Iron Man, 7 buffs, 9 nerfs. Magic, 10 buffs, 3 nerfs. Mr. Fantastic, 13 buffs, 7 nerfs. Moon Knight, 12 buffs, 3 nerfs. Namor, 14 buffs, 6 nerfs. Phoenix, 2 buffs, 7 nerfs. Scarlet Witch, 16 buffs, 5 nerfs. Spider-Man, 8 buffs, 2 nerfs. Squirrel Girl, 7 buffs, 3 nerfs. Star-Lord, 6 buffs, 4 nerfs. Storm, 16 buffs, 6 nerfs. Punisher, 11 buffs, 3 nerfs. Bucky, 7 buffs, 5 nerfs. Wolverine, 11 buffs, 11 nerfs. Okay, just need to take a breath there from how many DPS there are in the entire game, which is double support and tank in the game, mind you, for a total of 218 buffs to 140 nerfs for DPS, averaging out to about 1.557 buffs to 1 nerf. So about 0.437 more buffs per 1 nerf compared to support. For purely dive characters like Black Panther, Spider-Man, Magic, Daredevil, and Psylocke, since people say dive is being nerfed to the ground, it should be negative, right? They have 27 buffs to 21 nerfs, averaging out to about 1.2857, so about 0.1657 more buffs per nerf compared to support. To tanks now, Angela, 4 buffs, 0 nerfs. Hulk, 9 buffs, 2 nerfs. Captain America, 11 buffs, 8 nerfs. Tank Pool, 0 buffs, 0 nerfs. Doctor Strange, 8 buffs, 7 nerfs. Emma, 6 buffs, 9 nerfs. Groot, 4 buffs, 3 nerfs. Magneto, 5 buffs, 6 nerfs. Penny, 7 buffs, 3 nerfs. Rogue, 2 buffs, 0 nerfs. Thing, 7 buffs, 6 nerfs. Thor, 14 buffs, 5 nerfs. Venom, 8 buffs, 0 nerfs. For a total of 85 buffs to 49 nerfs, averaging out to around 1.73 buffs to 1 nerf. And if you include Venom into the dive calculations, that's a total of 35 buffs to 21 nerfs, since he is a dive character. So about 1.66 repeating. So about 0.546 more buffs to 1 nerf than supports. And that's me being very strict on who I call dive characters. Because there's other dive characters, like let's say Iron Fist, who dives a lot, but can also be classified as Brawl. Now, a lot of people also say that Luna and Invis are Marvel Rivals Kiriko, because they get so many skins, and how supports are even pandered to in outfits. So let's do this. Outfits, skins, whatever. I'm gonna use the word outfit. In total, I'm not gonna list individual characters. You will see that in the description down below on the Twitter post. For support, a total of outfits is 68, averaging out to around 6.18 outfits per character. For DPS, total outfits are 193, averaging about 7.72 outfits per character, which is higher than support's 6.18, but to be exact, it's 1.54 more outfits per character from DPS to support. For dives, including Black Panther, Spider-Man, Magic, Daredevil, Psylocke, and Venom, that's 55 outfits, averaging out to 9.16 repeating outfits per character, the highest out of any role. For tanks, they have 107 outfits for all characters, averaging out to about 8.23 outfits per character. So let me get this straight. There's a popular narrative right now saying supports are pandered to and babied to. They're the love child of the developers and balanced team right now, even though they average the least amount of outfits compared to any other role and have the worst buff to nerf ratio out of every single role, including dive. And dive characters have the most amount of outfits per character with one of the highest buffs to nerf ratios. And let me repeat this thing too right here. Dive characters, and I'm being very strict on what I classify as dive characters, this is what globally people agree are dive characters, get 0.546 repeating more buffs per 1 nerf compared to support. And this is not even counting some supports that have gotten the most amount of buffs, like let's say Adam, he's gotten 12 buffs. He is still not good in double support. I mean, look at Ultron. He's probably the weakest support right now, maybe outside of Heal Pool, but Ultron has 8 nerfs to 4 buffs. In my opinion, he's, if you do double support, probably the worst outside of Heal Pool, just based on the ult. But with the poke meta, he might as well be the worst because he's a flyer with not that great of mobility compared to the poke you need to dodge. I mean, there will still be people out there who will disagree with statistics. There's still gonna be people out there who disagree with me right now. Oh, those statistics are this, they're that. Oh, not all buffs are treated the same. Not all nerfs are treated the same. Yeah, the same goes for every single fucking role in the game. Shut up. If anything, statistically wise, buff wise, tank has the best buff to nerf ratio in the entire game, followed by DPS, followed by dive, then followed by finally support. For outfits, dive gets the most, followed by tank, followed by DPS, and then finally support. So support has the worst buff to nerf ratio in the entire game and the least amount of outfits per character in the entire game. So if I ever hear again, and I did this whole video out of spite, I'll admit that, because I saw so many posts about it and videos about it and content creators talking about it and comments about it. If I ever hear again the supports supports are pandered to, the supports are the golden child of this game, the supports never get nerfed, that they only ever get buffed, I will disregard every single one of your opinions. I didn't know it was this bad before. I didn't. I thought everything was relatively the same. I even bought in to, oh, Luna and Invis are the golden child of Marvel Rivals. You're the Kiriko of Marvel Rivals. Even though the #1 receiver of outfits in the entire game is Spider-Man with 14, number 2 is Venom with 11. Then number 3 is tied 4 ways between Invis, Scarlet Witch, Thing, and Thor. And then Luna is at 8 skins, which is behind Captain America, Strange, Hela, Iron Fist, Iron Man, Jeff, Loki, Magneto, Moon Knight, Psylocke, Rocket, Squirrel Girl, Star-Lord, Bucky, and is tied with Adam, Black Panther, Emma, Groot, Torch, Mantis, and Namor. So just don't come at me anymore with this stupidity, guys. You know better by now. Or maybe you don't, because, you know, you regurgitate everything the big content creator tells you. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.